So before I go over and talk with Varric while he maybe rests, I don't know. It looks like I can have a conversation with him. So before I do that, I do want to mention that the first episode, I had first world problems. So the game for me is running at like 160 to 180 FPS in this area. And then throughout that first part of the game was running at like 120. Which is crazy. This game is running really, really well for me, but the footage didn't really show that. It was very choppy, and I realized that the actual, like, recording footage was in, like, 52 frames per second. I was like, what the heck is going on with that? Because the game was running great for me. Still don't know exactly why that is, but I found a temporary solution, which is to actually just record in 120 frames per second, and then, you know, render out in 60. It's crazy that I'm going to have to do that, but that is what we're doing. So I'm going to fix that temporary problem that way, potentially. Might have something to do with, what is it called? I don't remember what it is called. No, it's under display, isn't it? Yeah, the frame generation, the DLSS frame generation might have something to do with that, but I tried it with and without, and it just didn't work. So, I don't know, don't ask me.
I wish I could be out there with you, Rook. Just be careful, all right?
Cool, okay. Didn't want to talk to me. She don't want to talk to me. All right, cool, we're just moving on then. That was quick. That was real quick. Oh, this place is so cool. Entering new area, the library. Library update. Introduction to the Lighthouse. Okay, the Lighthouse, huh? Once, the Lighthouse was a place of learning with tools to study the secret workings of great magic. When Solus rebelled against those who called themselves our gods, the Lighthouse became his center of operations. With, oh, that's interesting, with tools to study the best ways to free ourselves from the tyranny of the Evanurus. I forgot how to pronounce that word. You are safe here, both those of flesh and those of fade. Any who wish to help are welcome. The magic of the Lighthouse will provide you for your needs. Is it like the room of requirement? To see to your comfort and even help you understand different tongues. For those who escaped here from distant parts of the Empire, should you have any other needs, ask for the slow arrow and I will help. Really interesting. So is like the Lighthouse the Inquisition keep, basically, like our home base? Is that what this is? Actually, now that I say it, that sounds familiar. I think I do remember hearing something about the Lighthouse being home base. But man, it's real cool, isn't it? I just want to look around. What's this? 3 meetings face to face under the sky. What does that even mean? Wait, do we have like... Hold on. I just like vaulted up the side of the stairs. Do you have paintings in here that Solus has done? That'd be really interesting if we're in like an area Solus has made for us, or for him, but is now our like safe area. That'd be great, actually. Where's this go? I just want to explore. Ooh. Okay, so the mirror is down here. We also got some loot. The Eluvian room. The Dread Wolf's Eluvian. Most of us have only traveled through the Eluvians at the whims of those who called themselves our gods. We know them as mirrors that always go from one to another, a bonded pair linked no matter the distance. Solus has outsmarted the so-called gods. If we used normal Eluvians, they could track us to our lair. Solus has improved upon June's work by creating a mirror whose singing stone can change its tune to take us to any Eluvian and not just its bonded partner. Thus, we can travel wherever this rebellion needs us, with no fear of pursuit. Interesting. Travel is as safe as a normal Eluvian. If you have questions, ask for the slow arrow, blah, blah, blah. That's really interesting. Ooh, I like the map. Looks nice. I will also say, man, I did not expect this, but there are a lot of people who want to hate on this game, and it came out of nowhere with my first video. I have removed several comments, and this is still the first day of me recording. I put that video up, and I was like, oh, I'm really happy with this, and it just like got really intense with some people hating on it, and I don't understand that. Look, if you don't want to like this game, that's fine, but don't like don't be unnecessarily critical over stuff. This is a great game so far. I don't understand why people are being like hypercritical over it. It's like, it feels like they just want to hate it. And if you just want to hate a game, if you're that hateful about something that honestly took a long time for someone to make, and turned out really good, in my opinion, that's okay if you want to do that, but don't do it here. Go somewhere else. That's all I gotta say. I straight up mute people who do super unnecessary negative comments, which means you think everybody can see your comment, but it just pops up and it's... Ooh, this is cool. It counts as like engagement for me, but nobody ever sees it.
Rook, you're awake. And we're...
in the Fade.
This
I like
is
his
where
voice.
people
I really
commonly
do.
Dream, but dwarves don't dream. And somehow I'm here.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Can I romance Harding?
Ev thought we should talk about what to do next.
We should. But maybe look around a little. We might be here a while.
Okay. I'm totally okay with looking around. I'm all up for exploring. Level 2. All right, let's open up our skills. Let's see our skills, shall we? Rogue Core, Saboteur, Duelist, and Veil Ranger. Ooh, that sounds cool, doesn't it? I've never really been a big Ranger person in Dragon Age. It's just not my thing. I like the daggers and whatnot, but it sounds cool. Using tactics learned in... I can never pronounce that. The Veil Ranger specializes in bringing down targets with charged long-range shot and pinpoint accuracy. Cool. Saboteur, true swashbuckler. Oh, swashbuckler, huh? I wonder if we're going to find Isabella. That's something that I'm kind of... Like, what characters are we going to come across? The Lords of Fortune Saboteur, specializes in using explosives and other contraptions to weaken enemies, control the battlefield, and even... the most dangerous situations. Okay, so are we doing like poison traps and stuff like that? And then Duelist sounds probably like it is. Swift is the wind. The Antivan Crow Duelist specializes in dancing between blades and punishing enemies with devastating melee blows. That's probably going to be our jam. Oh, you know what? I see how this works now. So we start in the core and we have just a full-on tree. And we can move outwards towards one of our things. I think we beeline it to Duelist, and we can refund our points at any point with no cost. So that's really fun. We can jump between builds if we so choose. Rogue Core, yeah. We can jump in here. Core Rogue. Okay, we have this one. Acquired, ranged, charge, sprint, jump, all this fun stuff. We have Static Strikes. We can't get this one. Progress further to unlock. This one is Exploding Arrow. Right click, left click, simultaneously perform a light and ranged attack. Attaches a sticky arrow to the target in range. The arrow explodes after a short delay. I really like this skill tree. It's very much reminiscent of like Diablo 4 to me. And those of you who know, I'm a massive Diablo fan. So yeah. Evasive maneuvers. When you use your speed to launch a powerful attack from an extended dodge. Also applies recovering from being knocked down. Interesting. And then riposte. After a successful defend, you can now launch a powerful counterattack. Ooh, I like that, but I need to learn how to riposte to begin with. Gain precision after a successful defend. And this one is jump attacks guarantee critical hits if the target is knocked down. Interesting. That sounds like it could be really good. What do we have here? That's actually what I should be looking at, is like these two bits here of like how do I want to come out of this. So Hurricane of Blades. Whoa, that looks so cool. Spin around in a ring of rapid strikes, costs one of our things. Nearby enemies are hit up to 4 times. Final strike deals more damage. Okay, that seems really cool. And Pilfer adds insult to injury by swiping a potion when you slice up an enemy. Detonates and overwhelmed. Okay. Cooldown 60 seconds. Cooldown on this, no cooldown. Right, because this doesn't require any of our resource. That's interesting. I kind of like the exploding arrow idea. So he attacks and then he like fires an arrow. So right click, left click. Oh, it's both together. Perform a light and range attack. Attach a sticky arrow to the target. Kind of want to try that. I think that's what we go with. Oh, we got like rain of arrows, rain of decay. Oh, this is going to be fun to mess around with. Okay, cool. Downfall, jump attacks guarantee critical hits. Yeah, so we'll get this one. Although maybe riposte is, crap. Let's go riposte. Because I need to learn how to defend. This is going to guarantee that I try and do that. Downfall, so left click and then shift left click while airborne. Okay. Interesting. Critical versus knockdown. Enemies knockdown. Target is vulnerable and prone on the ground. Unable to attack. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, and then this one is the Hurricane of Blades. Yeah, let's get that. Beautiful. All right, back. This is cool. I'm enjoying this. Got the team at the library. Talk to Nev and talk to Harding. Where did Harding go? Harding is... Whoa, way off over there. Okay. And Nev is way off over there. And like... no, there is no tracking. That's fine. I just want to look around now. Because like this place is so freaking cool. I love being in the Fade. The Fade is like... one of the coolest parts of the Dragon Age IP, in my opinion, is the like how the Fade works and interacts, and it's awesome. Ooh, gold. Can't make that jump, so we're not even going to attempt. I'll just fall off, as we know we can, because we've done that plenty of times now. Anything over there? Nope.
It wasn't supposed to go this way. What do we do now? What do we do?
Harding?
Oh, hey, Rook. How's it going?
Ooh, more. Ever seen a place like this?
Did you ever find places like this chasing Solus with Varric?
Not exactly. But with Solus, it was always about the Fade, or the Veil, or some other in-between place. Varric always hated it, though. At least this place feels different. Maybe... safer?
You have plants. I like that. That's a funny thing. No, are you okay? First and foremost.
Harding, are you doing all right?
I don't know. Are you? Is anyone? Anyway, doesn't matter how I'm doing. What are we gonna do about this mess? We were going to go back through the Eluvian, right? Let's start with that. As soon as we can.
You know, you can take some time to just...
Now you sound like Varric. Varric and I started this. And I can't stop. Not now. Don't ask me to. So, come get me when you're ready to go. All right?
Cool. I get that. Is she gonna be like a full-on companion for us? Because that would be pretty cool if we can have like Harding as a full-on companion. That's the thing, is like you always in Inquisition were talking to Harding because she was the scout. She was always at the beginning of a new zone and telling you what's what and giving you direction. And yeah, she was also just kind of a pretty cool character, fairly well written in my opinion. And I kind of wish you got a little bit more of her. But it's nice that she seems to be a prominent character in this game. Faded note, look at this place. We planned a rebellion here once. Said we changed the future of the elves, throw off tyrants. And we did. Now the path outside is fractured. It'll be hard rekindling all the Eluvians. Solus, if you see this, I'll be looking for you out in the world and in the Mortal One. Don't cause too much trouble before I get there. Who's this from? Very curious. It's just like... It's just there. Okay. So that's kind of annoying that it doesn't go away. Because it feels like I'm going to keep reading these things because I forget which ones are which. To enter the library passage, 3 pairings must face to face. Okay. Interesting. Use the capstan arms to rotate the statues in either direction. I got a vase and a common material. Must face to face. Okay. But, like, is it 3 of them? These are 2. I wonder which, I mean, there's a statue over there, but I don't know if that counts. What if I just flip these 2 around?
Must be 2 more.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see. So there's 3 different pairings of them that face to face. Gotcha. So this one needs to face not over there. Oh, no, maybe, because there's that one. So I need to flip that one this way. So we're gonna do this one. That one will face that way. Okay, I get it. Easy peasy. I'm enjoying this. I feel like they didn't need to add like puzzle elements or all these like exploratory elements here. And they did it, and I'm appreciating it. Oh, here's another thing too to consider. This is very reminiscent of the Trespasser DLC, and that's a good thing, because it means that we're getting some consistency between these zones and these games.
That's the second. 1 more to go.
Because Trespasser was the most recent DLC for Inquisition, the final DLC for Inquisition, but, you know, that was 10 years ago. So the fact that we're getting any amount of consistency, I guess we should be happy. It would be very easy to just not, you know. Feels like I'm gonna fall off of those. Blacksmith tools, currency. On divine imperatives, the helm of the Solar is destroyed. Elgernon's favorite torture is over. Too many agents have been rescued with their minds burnt out by that memory of an enraged son. I feel a lesson here. The helm was not created to torment, but the Evanuris, whatever, are not as we are. A god's ruminations carry their own will and imperatives. Memory bleeds into their icons and transmutes them as fire begets fire. For our Wolf Lord, who puts so much of himself into his creations, what imperatives do they carry? The heart of a rebellion must remain hidden, yet the light of divinity is uncontainable. We must be swift. A thought lingers. Even as he saves us, what does he impart upon us? It's very philosophical. Nah, I don't care. All right, I'm assuming this... Hey, okay. I was going to say, I'm assuming that we're going to be able to see the statue right away, and we did. And that was easy peasy. Is this going to auto thing, or am I going to have to... So is F just jump? Oh, you know what? It is. That's weird. I guess that makes sense, right? Because spacebar is the dodge roll. So they're just like, here's the jump button that isn't spacebar. I'm not going to remember it, though.
Wisps. Figures are in the fate, but I swear they're following me.
You all right?
Strange place you've fallen into, but I'll work with it. You know me.
Do I?
We're both shadow dragons and both from Minrathous. Maybe our paths haven't crossed, but I know our work has.
I made a call that got you injured right after we met.
I'll be fine. You trusted me for the job, and I delivered. That's what counts. If we're stuck in this, let's hope you can trust me again.
Okay. I'm still sorry. Let's hope things go smoother. I do trust you. What's the more? Shadow strong. Okay. Can I say... I kind of want to just like flirt with her. Let's hope things go smoother.
All right. But I still wish we had a smoother start.
So much for first impressions.
Here's hoping I'm better on the second.
Well, you're not bad so far.
That was
You take
good.
a lot of notes. What about?
Lately, what we know, or knew, before Solus changed the game.
And it's...
Not much. I'm sure Lace would hate to hear that, but one step at a time.
Start with the big goal.
Okay, so step 1 is figure out what we're chasing.
Right. And the 20 other questions that need answers...
That's step 2?
I can see why Varric brought you on.
We've just got to start somewhere.
Oh, she approves. She liked that conversation. It feels like there are things that I can miss out on saying, right? Because like that more option. I'm gonna have to get used to that because you know, honestly, I am used to old Dragon Age, or old BioWare games in general, where you have like 50 other things that you could talk about and explore. And so far, it hasn't really given us that, but maybe that will happen in the future.
So, we stopped the ritual.
And Varric paid the price.
Hey, Varric made his choice to go talk with Solus. He knew the risks. We all did.
And now Solus is gone. And we're here. Wherever here is. Besides in the Fade.
Solus called it the Lighthouse.
He did? When?
He was in the Fade. He invaded my dream. He was in my head. He was in the Fade.
Sorry, it was while I was unconscious. Solus appeared in my dream.
Really? I'm glad you're all right.
From what I saw, he's trapped in the Fade now. Not here, but some kind of prison.
You're sure that wasn't just a dream? It's a reasonable reaction.
Solus can speak with people in their dreams. Even kill them.
He said our connection wasn't strong enough for him to do that. He could only reach me because I bled at the ritual site when I got banged up.
So Solus is using blood magic, like any normal mage would to play with your mind.
But he's not a normal mage, like I told you. He's an elven god.
Putting together a nice ritual doesn't make him a god.
Stop quibbling over terms. Of course he's not. He's a terrifying god, or my gods were dangerous. Ooh, yeah, elven. Okay, I see. So the more right here is like an elven response, and the other one was the whatchamacallit, the group that I was a part of.
The
Shadow
gods
Dragons.
of my people were incredibly powerful. I don't mean they were powerful like a skilled mage. I mean they destroyed entire cities. They shattered mountains. So no, they might not literally be gods, but they're a lot worse than whatever you're thinking.
All right, well, we've stopped the ritual and there doesn't seem to be an immediate danger. For now. You're certain Solus can't use blood magic to affect your mind?
I'm not certain of anything. But we're not out of danger.
What do you mean?
Solus had 2 of the other elven gods imprisoned. When he got trapped, they escaped.
So those things we saw come out of the Fade when the ritual went wild, those are...
Elganan and Gillenane. 2 of the ancient elven gods that Solus rebelled against.
The escapes are fault. They're stronger than Solus. They're worse than Solus. They're ours to kill. No, I'm going to be kind of mournful. It is, well, am I though? Because like that was totally Solus's fault. I'm not going to take credit for that one. He's I don't know. It's annoying that he just doesn't accept the fact that that was his fault. And that's honestly all on him. That's how he's been for as long as I've known the character. He never really takes responsibility for things. He likes to shrug it off on other people. But, yeah, I don't know. I think they're worse than Solus. Sure, I can agree on that one.
Solus warned me about them being evil, which is pretty rich coming from the guy who just tried to tear down the veil.
You don't believe him?
No, that's the problem. I do believe him. He said they were horrific tyrants.
Tyrants so powerful, elven history remembers them as gods.
Solus says Elganan and Gillenane drew on the Blight for power and became corrupted. That was when he imprisoned them.
So instead of one god running around, we have 2. And they're not just powerful, they're blighted.
We need to get out there and stop them.
Just like that. We're down a man without Varric. We can't just rush in.
I know you're hurt, Nev, but the rest of us need to do something.
I'll be ready to fight when it's time, but we need to investigate, then figure out what we're dealing with.
And how many more people will get hurt, get killed, while we spend time investigating?
I don't know. I kind of agree with Nev on this one. Like, yeah, we need to get out there. I don't know. I'm fine. I'm not all banged up, right? I can get out there and start investigating. I kind of agree with Harding. We got to get out there and we got to start helping people. But being too quick to action may cause other issues. I'm going to agree with Nev.
If Elganon and Gillenane are worse than Solus, we can't go in blind. We need to know what they can do and what they want.
But we only have Solus's word about all of this.
Then let's go investigate for ourselves. We find out what we're dealing with, and then we take our shot.
Fine. The Eluvian led us here instead of back to Minrathous.
Let's hope it goes back to the ritual site. Maybe we can find some clues at the scene of the crime.
Nev, are you okay to go?
It's a headache. I've worked with worse.
All right then. Let's get back to the ritual site.
The Eluvian has its own special room. It's just down the stairs.
That's cool. Oh, I'm digging this. This is such a cool setup. I honestly 100% believe, and I didn't before. Let me make that clear. But I believe now that we need to get in a situation with Dragon Age where we can get... it looked like there was another stair up here, but apparently not. Oh, I see. It's this thing. Where we can get a back-to-back series of games like Mass Effect 1 through 3 that follows a single protagonist and really ramps it up. Because I feel like we've ramped it up so much in these series of 3 games that the stakes feel super high, but my character doesn't feel like a character that has gone through all of this and is ready to take on that thing. Like my Inquisitor, sure. Because my Inquisitor has gone through all of that. It doesn't feel like this particular character can or should. And I think it would serve the story better to have a game in which you play the same protagonist for like at least 2 games in a row.
For all we know, there's a dozen demons waiting on the other side of that Eluvian.
If it even takes us back to Arlathan.
Nev, you sure you're up for this?
Don't worry about me.
All right, trust her. We can trust her.
Shall we?
Let's do this.
It's very bright. Arlathan Forest.
It's quiet. Well, isn't that a surprise?
There's
Kind of
the
is.
ritual site.
So where do these gods
But
go?
if the gods really did get out, they're not here anymore.
Right, let's take a look around and see if we can find...
Whoa, what the heck is that thing?
Shut it down!
I'm trying! It's not working! I can't contain it!
That was cool. It's like a cool golem. Golem? Golem.
Strife? Irlin? It's me, Lace Harding.
Harding? What are you doing back in Arlathan?
It's complicated.
I can see that.
Rook, Nev, this is Strife and Irlin. Varric and I met them when we first started hunting down Solus. They're veil jumpers, experts in ancient elven magic.
Hardly experts. I should have been able to shut that artifact down. I'm sorry, Tarith.
It's not your fault. Since the sky ripped open, the magic's been surging. Bunch of artifacts that had been dormant for centuries started coming alive. This is because of Finn Harel's, Solus's ritual, isn't it? You all were supposed to stop him.
We tried.
We found Solus and stopped his ritual, but things took a turn.
The magic went wild. Solus was dragged into the Fade, into some kind of prison.
But when he went in, something, or someone else got out.
Elganon and Gillenane, supposedly.
Mathalanost.
The return of our gods, the Evanuris?
If those two are back out in the world, it explains a lot.
Like what?
Artifacts that have been dormant for centuries are awakening. Something that would need a source of tremendous magical energy, like two of our old gods.
Oh great. The gods are real.
I was really hoping that the Dread Wolf was lying to us about all of this.
He's the god of lies. But some things are sacrosanct, even to him. He might be a bastard, but he's a damn sight better than the Evanuris.
There's a reason Solus led a rebellion against the Evanuris, and a reason he imprisoned them.
But now they've escaped.
Tarith is in bad shape. We need to get him back to the camp.
We've still got dozens of veil jumpers unaccounted for.
How can we help?
We need to find Bellara Lute. She's the best there is at working with our ancient artifacts.
And also at blowing them up.
She was off looking for another artifact before this ritual shook everything loose. If anyone can get a handle on all this wild magic and the artifacts it's setting off, it'll be her.
Right. You get your friend back to your camp and... we'll find Bellara.
I kind of don't want her coming with me if she's a risk to have with us, a liability. But at the same time, I do need to start trusting her. I mean, she did get the job done. She's got hurt. Let's say Nev, you're still injured.
Nev, you're injured. Stay here with the veil jumpers.
It's a headache. I'll be fine.
I know you want to help, but we don't know what we'll face out there, and you're in no condition to fight.
All right. Just watch your backs.
We'll meet you back at the Veil Jumper camp. It's just south of here.
Bellara's out near some elven ruins to the west. At least she was 3 days ago. I'd start your search there.
Good luck, Rook. And thank you.
How'd they know my name? Nobody said my name. Have I met them before? Or was Harding telling Nev how we met them and who they are? I thought she was telling me, like, oh, Varric and I met this person. How would they know my name? Now I'm just curious. Maybe it's just because we're dealing with Solus. I'm like hyper suspicious of everything. Ooh, it's really pretty. Oh my goodness.
It all feels a little off. Like everything shifted a little bit.
So, should we look around? Now, here's the thing. This is not Inquisition. Inquisition gave you massive areas to look at. And honestly, a big failing of Inquisition, in my opinion, was giving you the hinterlands right off the bat. Because so many players just grinded it out. They found a bunch of collectibles. A little choppy here, not gonna lie. Not that I'm surprised. A bunch of foliage and whatnot. They found a bunch of collectibles they wanted to collect. But man, by the time you get to the end of what you can do in the hinterlands, it just burned people out. And the real thing to do, because the story was so good, the real thing to do was to just kind of ignore half of it and kind of continue on the main story. And so the players that did that really enjoyed it, and the players that didn't felt like, oh man, this is too big.
Moving?
All right. Let's not get hit. Oh my goodness, it is kind of choppy, not gonna lie. I'm not really sure what to do about that. It's just like only at certain things going on the screen too. All right, let's get in there, baby. I gotta get better at the parry too. Don't think I can parry the red attacks, so we're just gonna avoid those. Whoa, what's this guy?
Gotcha. Oh, people. Where'd you come from?
Bellara? Bellara Luther. Strife and Irulan sent us to find you.
Who are you, exactly?
Call me Rook.
Lace Harding.
Protocol is to wait a full week before they send anyone out to look for me. I've only been gone 3 days.
Well, the situation's changed. For the worse, unfortunately. Our gods, Elganar and Gillinane, they've escaped from Fen'Harel's prison. And by all accounts, they want to destroy the world.
Oh, yes, that is very much for the worse. Okay, wait. I need a second.
She is a really fascinating character to just like randomly pop in. I'm thinking this might end up being a companion. Again, just so we're clear, I know very little about this actual game. I've intentionally done that. I knew Nev was going to be a companion. I've not seen her before, so I don't know if she is or not, but it kind of feels like she is, just the way that they've introduced her. Won't help.
I've had a couple of days, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around it.
It does sort of explain a few things, though.
Like what?
The surge of raw magic in the area. These artifacts started waking up a while ago, but in fits and starts. One here, a couple there. Then, a couple of days ago, the sky split open. And now, raw magic. Thick as fog. Only a god, or gods, could have done that. There's something kind of exciting about it. And dangerous. Really dangerous. Dangerous enough that I was gonna head back to the Veil Jumper camp, but...
But what?
See that shimmer? That's a veil bubble. It's separating us from the rest of the real world, so to speak. You can only pass through it one way. Once you're in, you can't get out.
The voice actress also was hyper familiar, so I looked it up on IMDb. She was also in, what I would know her from, was Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist, which was a phenomenal show that got canceled way too soon. Definitely recommend it. I think it was on Hulu. Go watch it. Sounds bad. Can you bring it down?
Strife and Irulan said you're their best Veil Jumper. Hope that means you've got an idea.
Maybe. A bubble like that? There has to be something at the center that's generating it. Something powerful. If we can find it and remove it safely, I mean, the bubble itself should collapse.
And then we're back in reality?
I really, really hope so.
Well then, let's get going.
Let's do it. I'm really curious. Is she a mage? Oh, you know what? That would make sense. Gameplay-wise, right? They got rid of Nev for us, so we have to bring on a new mage. We bring on her. She's definitely going to be a companion.
I'm trying to get to the artifact at the center of the bubble, but these magical constructs keep getting in the way.
We've handled our share of demons. A few dozen more shouldn't be a problem.
Spirits, not demons.
Just trying to
They're
kill
animating
us.
those suits of
Stupid
armor.
thing.
The armor's attuned to the artifact to protect it from threats.
Threats like us, I'm guessing.
Can we take a quick look at the map here? Yeah, there was like a way to go back there, but I'm not expecting really to find any loot. Water is really pretty. What's this? Shiny apples. Do I really need apples? Valuables can be sold to vendors. They can also increase the strength of your... Wait, what? How can valuables can increase the strength of my allies? Is it like gifts, maybe? Got some heartwood, common material. We're gonna get crafting in. Man, the crafting in Inquisition was great. That's another thing that really stands out to me. I kind of wish that they double down on it and do that same kind of stuff in this one. I doubt that they will. But like in Inquisition, you would take all the different materials like dragon scales, right? And you would pop it into a determined schematic. And depending on what materials you used, it would change the quality and qualities of the item. And I loved that. Blacksmith's tools, gold. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. Unfortunately, it's the case with YouTube. It's just the way that YouTube bitrate works, is it's going to just compress the crap out of it. So to me, this is all very beautiful, loving it. But if you've not seen this game in person, and your only experience is watching YouTube videos, you're not going to get the same sense of the of like how good the foliage and whatnot looks, in my opinion. Because I think it's just going to get compressed to hell, and then you're going to get this effect that kind of blurs it a bit on YouTube, which is unfortunate. I don't feel like the water should be flowing upward like that. Seems a little dangerous. What's this? Still fireflies? Man, it's so cool. I'm gonna go this way. Oh, it's like a bridge. Maybe I don't want to go this way then.
Demons!
Alright, time to fight some demons.
Let's deal with them.
Companion abilities. Tab to select a companion ability. Each companion has their own special ability that can be selected from the ability wheel. Tab, thank you. Oh, you gotta hold it, don't you? Both companions will attack this target. Harding. Okay, so you can still have some of the stuff that you did before. She's got a soothing potion, grants rejuvenation, adrenaline rush, and she's got replenish. Interesting. Okay, so she can heal me. That's fine. Not quite what I want to do. Let's get in here. I like dodge rolling. That's my thing. I'm not so sure about parrying, but I feel like I'm gonna have to get good at parrying. Oh, I got that one. As the game is having a hard time here. I think it's just in combat, which tells me it has something to do with effects. So I'm gonna take a second and adjust that, maybe. Use ability shortcuts, hold left control by pressing the designated input. Left control. Oh, I see. Oh, that's cool. So I can get them to like heal me. Like I could say heal. Beautiful. Thank you very much. I kind of like that. All right, I'm gonna adjust this. All right, we'll see what kind of effect that has. Got some more loot down here.
Is that water just swirling into the air?
That's what I said.
Call that kind of whirlpool. The anomaly, I mean. Never seen one this size, though.
It's interesting, isn't it? It's just like floating up into the air. This is from... We're not in the Fade, right? Like, we're in the Elven Forest, and that's kind of concerning. The water's just floating up. Nobody's... I guess we're in a fantasy world, you know. Floating water stuff, that happens all the time. Collect truffle. Oh, large truffle. Valuable item. Nice. Got the truffle shuffle over here. I see that chest. How do I get to that chest? Is there something I can climb on? No. Interesting. But there's a ladder on the other side. I see that all right. I have a feeling... I'm going to have to look over here. But I have a feeling I'm going to have to climb down rather than up. Or maybe not. Definitely not climbing down there. But maybe jumping? All right, we're gonna run and jump. No, I just need to climb up it. That's not deep enough water for it to kill me. It's gold. Kind of reminds me of Star Wars: The Old Republic, where there would be zones, because you couldn't swim in water on that either, but it wouldn't even let you go into like deep water. But there were some funny zones where it would have like knee-deep water for like 20 feet out into the water before it started getting deep. And it just didn't look right, and it's kind of doing the same thing here, but not nearly as egregious. A barely legible note. Construct broke my leg. Veilguard took the blade to the gut. We can hear them above us on the bridge. Once they leave, we'll make a break for it. They can't wait for us forever, right? I mean, they're constructs. What do you expect? They don't need to like go pee or something. Potatoes, look at that. I got a funny story about that. So it is it's Halloween, the day that I'm recording this, because it's the day the game came out. And we went trick-or-treating tonight. So I recorded the first episode, rendered it. It took a while to get it to render properly. I was having issues with Premiere Pro. It was like running out of memory, which I've never had happen before. So I had to make some adjustments on that. Rendered it. No problems there after I fixed it. And guess what? Annoyingly, it took so long to upload. So while all that was happening, I went out, trick-or-treated with the kids. And guess what? Last year, someone in our neighborhood gave away potatoes, and we were hoping to get a potato this year, and it was really disappointing when we didn't get a potato. It's ridiculous, I know. All right, you parry. Okay, I did try. All right, let's try this cool ability. No, I didn't get the cool ability. Right. What I got instead was the parry, or what was it called? The riposte. There we go. Okay, you know what? That's pretty hot. That feels good. Level 3. Falling for you. Defeat an enemy by knocking them off a bridge. Nice. Press N to show you current quests, any relevant objective markers, blah, blah, blah. I don't need that. Don't tell me what to do, game. All right. We got this cool ability. We have 1 skill point. Penetration, 15% on that, or sword stagger plus 20%. Staggering blade. Interesting. This is decisive finale. Unleash a decisive finale, or a decisive heavy final attack after a light attack chain. Interesting. Okay. Necrotic fog. Spending momentum deals 150 necrotic damage to enemies within 6 meters. Ooh, that's cool. What do we got over here? I feel like, yeah, we should probably work our way that way. So I'm going to get the staggering blade there. I'm going to work towards the fog. I think the fog might be pretty good. Let's see how that works. Can I break these things? I can. I love that you just roll through the stuff. It's fun.
So what is this artifact we're looking for exactly?
I have a couple of theories, but nothing definite. We might find some clues in the ruins, though.
Seems like you always get a potion from those particular, like, jade vases. Gonna have to keep that in mind while we're doing, like, bigger battles. See if there's actually things for me to collect on the way over there.
I don't usually see elven ruins that haven't been picked over.
Common
Not
light
many.
armor. So this is an increase, so we can go ahead and equip it.
People
But-
come this far into Arlathan.
What exactly did that give me on that? Locked 50% arrow regeneration and 15% weak point damage. Okay. But 30% ability damage. That's kind of cool looking chest piece. Let's keep the blood armor on first.
Then just veil jumpers mostly.
But I will
People
likely
trying to save the world,
swap it
apparently.
out. So far, the transmogrification, the changing of your gear, what it looks like, and adjusting the looks of it while
What
keeping the
was this
stats of
place?
something else seems to
Could've
work
been a
really well.
temple, Could have been where they
It's like
stored
right off the
food.
bat.
But judging by the sentinels, it's probably something important.
Oh, this is pretty.
I've never seen anything like this.
Wait, is this? No, it can't be. Not here.
What?
Be what?
We have to get over there. The artifact we're looking for must be inside.
But why must it be
almost
inside?
Feels like an armory, or something like that.
What's an armory doing this far out?
Warlords. Ancient elves had a lot of them.
Huh. I like that they picked up their conversation from before after something other than what they were talking about happened, and they swapped to talking about that. Because I feel like oftentimes in previous Dragon Age games, you can interrupt them by just walking forward, which is probably why I'm not naturally like sitting there and waiting for their conversations to finish before I push forward, which I don't think is a bad idea. So to me, it's kind of fascinating that we're at that point where I'm like, wait, do I even have to do that anymore? Is this just like naturally done better? Ruins approach, enter new area. See any more loot? I keep an eye on that mini map. The problem is my microphone covers that mini map up. Black truffle. Okay, cool. Oh, another thing I wanted to chat about as we head up this hill. If you were a person who watched my original Inquisition playthrough.
Supposed to jump across?
Oh, no, we can make a bridge. There should be a power crystal somewhere nearby.
Okay, cool. If you're a person who watched my original Inquisition playthrough and hasn't watched my stuff recently, like within the last few years at the very least.
Bring it over here and slot it in.
Which we're gonna have people like that. Totally normal. Man, there's a lot of life that happened in the last 10 years.
Huh, that's a great trick.
I got, I had moved. I moved to Kentucky, and then I moved again to
A
Florida.
resonance amplifier. It's drawing magic from the ring temple to this area.
I got
We need
married.
to shut it down before we can go up the path. But
Bought a
doing
house,
that will
had a
attract
kid.
Anything nasty that's hanging around.
We're ready.
Started my own businesses, doing 3D printing and miniature painting, and I'm very good at it. I don't want to touch that yet. I want to look around first. And then, more recently, in September, so just like 2 months ago, on September 4th, my dad passed away from cancer. So a lot has happened, and most of it has happened in the last like 5 years. So out of the 10 years, most of it happened in 5 years. But you know what? It's kind of nice to look back and be like, oh yeah, I remember what this, you know, what Dragon Age was like before, when life was so much simpler and I was single and didn't have to worry about kids and a mortgage and stuff like that. Anyways, figured I'd update you in case you're joining in and after not watching for a few years. I've already had a person telling me that they found the channel, knowing that they enjoyed my previous Dragon Age playthroughs, and they're like, you know what, I kind of want to, you know, watch that old person do it again. I really appreciate that, actually. It's cool. It's cool that I have like that legacy. Okay, broken device. So Bellara can use tinkering to repair certain elven technologies. Aim at the artifact, press tab to select. Where's her tinkering? Fade, replenish. Why do I not see tinkering? It's not replenish. Not fade pulse. Oh, I see. Tinker. It's at the top. Gotcha. Attack warning. Use space to dodge. All right. An indicator around your head will flash when there's an incoming melee attack. Dodge or defend. Wait, okay. I gotta look at this video. Oh, I see. It's that little like red thing. So, golden. Red. Okay, red is gonna be dodge it. Golden is gonna be you can parry it. Okay, cool. Let's try this. Hello, nerdy nerds. You know what? Not sure how effective this has been changing the settings. I'm gonna run over to this guy. Yeah. That was a cool ability. First time using it. Shoot it in the head. I hear something behind me. Oh, yep, of course. Definitely something behind me. I'm gonna go get him, baby. Because that is the way I like to play. Oh, I knocked him down unintentionally. All right, where's this guy? Let's practice, right? Let's practice the parry. Oh, it's gold. So when it goes gold, that's when you hit it. No, still did it too early. Let's heal up. Come on, come at me. All right, there we go. That's more like it. Okay, I can start getting used to that, I think. Back here. Oh, that ranged guy got me. Oh, that's why they were letting us know. Because it shows it with the ranged attacks, I think. No, maybe not, because I dodged that one. Barriers, protect enemies from damage, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we know. We've dealt with barrier. Come on. Just dash. There we go. Just toss this at him. I like the weekend effect. The weekend seems to make him take a lot more damage from me. Oh, they drop loot. I didn't realize that until now.
Last of the magic energy. Path should be clear ahead.
Cool. Man, this game is fun. The action combat is definitely different and is going to require people to just get used to the different gameplay. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I go back and play Origins, which my wife recently did. She was playing through Origins just like a couple months ago. So you go back and you play that and you're like, oh, this is like a much slower turn-based thing. Nothing wrong with that, by the way. But you know, if I'm gonna do that, there's more modern games that do it better, like Baldur's Gate 3. Although that is like straight up turn-based, where the other one is like pause combat, which is fun. And then Dragon Age 2 was a lot more actiony, and then Inquisition was a nice balance of them, where it was definitely actiony, but it had a lot of strategy involved with it, and it's something I really liked. So this is an interesting change. It's kind of more Dragon Age 2, in my opinion, than it is Inquisition or Dragon Age Origins, but it's also like way more influenced by more modern games, like Elden Ring and Dark Souls, Diablo. It's interesting. It's very interesting. I'm gonna sit back here and shoot this guy in the head. Yeah. I'm trying to get his armor away. There we go. Oh, I still got hit by that. Interesting.
Okay, easy enough. But watch out. Whenever you see one, there's more nearby.
Control 5 is the heal. It's kind of heavy. That's a weird stretch on the fingers. Did I come up this way? No, this is above the area here. So was there loot up here? Because I know I could drop down there. That's where we got the chest. Guess not. Okay. I do like exploring. This is fun. Even though the levels are more in line with like Dragon Age 2 and Inquisition, or sorry, Dragon Age 2 and Origins, I do feel like they have placed a lot of stuff to kind of explore and find secrets to in these regions, and that's cool. That's really cool. I was afraid when I heard about them being far more linear than Inquisition that it was going to be more Dragon Age Origins than Inquisition, and I kind of liked all the collecting. It was just too much. They needed to pull it back.
Even mages have trouble with the artifacts.
But yeah, Inquisition certainly was a lot of fun for me. I did enjoy the open world, but I'm glad it feels pared down a little bit, because it was too big in some areas. In some areas were just like nothing, especially later game zones. A weather-stained note. We have found the Usurper's archive spirit. It's not the Dreadwolf's creation, as we surmised, but another's. You can guess whose. Removing it could be risky, but leaving it equally so. I await your orders. Lord Elgerdon? I don't remember how they pronounce that.
Here, they expect them to work like, you know, normal magic. But they're different.
These butterflies are cool.
The magic's more alive somehow.
It's cool. You know, on top of exploring and just kind of enjoying them adding all this stuff, there does seem to be, oh my goodness, there does seem to be some mystery involved in the story too.
Seeing these kinds of ruins never gets old.
Can anything here tell us what that artifact is?
I have a theory, but we're miles away from where that artifact should be.
Okay, so do I use her ability? No, maybe not. No. Up or deactivate the artifact. Pick this up. Oh, interesting. Oh, well, I don't want to close this door because what's in here, you know? Crystal. Cool. I'll take that and that. How much money do I have? Do I see that on my inventory anywhere? 448. Interesting. That feels like we've collected a lot, but at the same time, we're probably going to get to our first like vendor and it's going to be like 2,000. But crap. I have a lot more looting to do than I thought. I also wonder if there's going to be like campaign upgrades like there was in Inquisition with the table where you like get these upgrades where it was like, I don't know, you collect more gold or something like that. That's a bad example. Storm Needle. Okay, it's a rapier. We get extra stagger, more physical damage, but locked is penetration and critical versus enemies with high health. How do we unlock these? If I go to my inventory and just straight up look at it, I could change it out, which is not what I want to do. Details. I wonder if you like upgrade it and it unlocks those abilities, because that would be kind of nice. That's such a cool attack. All right, let's get all these nerds together if we can, because I have a feeling they're all gonna jump out and attack us. And I've got my cool little like blade storm thing that I want to use. All right, one at a time maybe.
These constructs. It means I was right.
Right about what?
About where we are. It's an armory. And I think I know what the artifact is.
I'm just gonna keep kind of hanging back. Shooting him in the head. All right, now we got 2. All right, so yeah, let's get these nerds together. This. Man, that did a bunch of damage. That was great. Okay, I hit my parry on that and nothing happened. I hit it on that one too, but I think it was too early. The parry timing is going to be a lot harder because we're on a harder difficulty. I just got to slowly get better at it. Find the timing. Okay, that was not good. So this. Weaken them. Oh, man, it feels good playing a rogue. They did a good job with the animations. Feels very... Oh, you know what? I just had a weird memory pop into my head. I just remembered there was like leaked Dragon Age gameplay from, I don't remember how long ago for this game. And I remember watching it going, oh, that seems way more action-y than I think I want. But you know what? After playing it, I think I've changed my mind. I'm really enjoying this.
So what kind of artifact shows up in an armory? A weapon?
An archive spirit.
A what?
A creature of the Fade, bound to a crystal. Our ancestors used them to store knowledge and to help them dream.
Okay. Just run across the wall. Ooh, I see loot. Give me the loot. Must collect my woven cloth. All right, I'm starting to feel the loot grind here. We're not really getting anything of value, it seems like. A bunch of cloth and whatnot. Whoa, what the heck? Whoa.
Mythalinast. Darkspawn.
These are Darkspawn? Holy crap, that's a direction. They've changed that quite a bit, but you know what? I'm in for it. It's cool. As someone who has recently gotten really into Warhammer, I am like loving the design on these guys. Oh, such a cool attack. I love playing a rogue.
Here. I never would have believed it. Until today.
Okay. To be fair, if you're playing a Dragon Age game, you better expect there's going to be Darkspawn in some form or another. There may not even be like a big blight. But, oh, you know what? That's another thing I was thinking about. I would absolutely love if we could get a more grounded Dragon Age game, like after this one. There's like, you know, we don't need the stakes so high, but another blight is coming and you have to play as a Grey Warden. Maybe like a Grey Warden who's at the end of his years and has to go recruit more Grey Wardens in order to fight off the blight. I think that would be really fun. I would enjoy that premise. Like, let's stop worrying about these elven gods. Let's take care of Solus. Let's take care about these ones that have gotten free and just kind of have that dealt with, right? Get out of here, elven gods. Let's go more grounded, more low fantasy. Just be like, yo, have you heard about these Darkspawn? Because that's honestly what made the first game so good.
Get ready.
What do you mean, get ready?
Once I shut it down, the path ahead will remain blocked until the magic dissipates.
We've got your back.
Okay, tab. Go for it.
Sure, here we go.
Pew. Defeat all enemies. Defeat them all. Yeah, but where are they? Oh, here they come. Wow, I just like sniped that guy. That's cool. Using the ranged attack to kind of chip away at hordes of enemies before they get to you. Feels very like Space Marine 2. All the Tyranids are coming for us. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. Break this thing? I can, but it didn't do anything. Whatever. Whoa. It got all up in my face.
I've never seen Darkspawn this deep into Arlathan Forest before. As far as I know, it's never happened.
If the gods are blighted, like Solus claims, maybe they're communicating with the Darkspawn somehow. Directing them?
You saw those Darkspawn, though? Something was different about them.
And we'll stop them. Once we get out of this bubble.
Right. Let's get to that central temple.
They had like this red delirium thing kind of going on, you know? Which is cool. If that's the case. I don't know if it is. I don't think we're gonna touch red delirium again. That was a very Inquisition thing. I don't know. But like it's cool. And if they're like, yeah, the Darkspawn have been infested with red delirium and now you're having to deal with that. That's cool. I would dig that. I just vaulted over that instead of breaking it. Come on now. I'm rolling through them to break them, not to vault over them. I don't know if there's any other loot here. Whoa!
It's weak here. I bet we could break it somehow.
Okay, good to know that that was a bomb. Oh, is that what these things are? Maybe not. That one definitely blew up on me, though. Oh my goodness, did that just kill me?
I wonder if that ballista could smash through this wall.
Okay, good to know. Definitely good to know. Pew.
More
Oh, hello.
Right where you broke that wall.
You don't say. Anymore? Hello there. Oh my goodness, that ballista. Feels good seeing that big number, I'll tell you what. Any more? We good? No, here they come. Sniping them. That's cool. Little turret section that's totally unnecessary, but it's fun. This is cool. It's also not how a ballista works, you know. The arrow when it just like do these huge AoE damage. I wonder if you could turn on friendly fire. I doubt it for this game. I don't think it would really make sense for how the combat is set up. But that was a big thing that people really wanted when Dragon Age 2 came out, was to make sure that you still had the friendly fire from Dragon Age Origins. And they just kind of put that stuff in the hardest difficulties for like Inquisition, right? Instead of having it as like a default. But in Origins, it was definitely a default. which is fine, I guess. It meant that you really had to reconsider how you put things
Another
down.
resonance amplifier.
Should be the last one, I hope.
Me
Should
too.
be. You're gonna have to fight some constructs, probably. Got an extra potion, though. I wonder if there'll be an upgrade where we can, like, pick up 2 potions after looting 1. I do have that ability that I could steal a potion, so that might be kind of interesting. Alright, go for it. Might have to use her heal on me. Control 5, right? That was the thing. Alright, let's... No. Alright, no, I want to get in the middle and then do this. Okay, that didn't do nearly as much as I wanted to because I was not in the right spot. Control 5. Thank you. Let's get in there. Alright, try this again. That was a bit better, huh? Get that one dead to reduce the amount of attacks coming in. I like the like crow thing that we do, the little like blink ability. It's really cool. It reminds me of the teleport
We're close. I can
that
feel it.
mages could do in Inquisition. What was it called? Was it blink? What was it called? It was a teleport. I don't remember. Maybe it was blink. No, it had another name for it, I'm pretty sure.
Have you noticed something about the blight? Where it is, I mean? It's almost like it's feeding off the elven magic.
Oh, that's bad. Oh, this is so cool. Whatever they did directionally for the art on the blight stuff, I'm all for it. It's awesome. It's really awesome. It's kind of like an Inquisition when you go to the Fade and you're like, whoa, this is so cool and different compared to the previous 2 games. That's what I'm getting blight-wise here. I'm like, yes, this is what was needed for this. Because it is so cool. The idea of the blight, the idea of the darkspawn, it is so cool. But we just need it fleshed out a little bit more, you know? And I kind of feel like this game is attempting to do that in some way. In a good way. Is it possible for me to get up this thing? I'm going to say no. I see another path, quote-unquote path over here, though. Because it shows this. Oh, can I break through that? Yeah. Okay, what's this? A cracked scroll. The stench of decay fills the air. The can't say that word. Evenurius? Now wield power beyond anything I've seen. Their magic is fueled by corruption and death, and creeps even now into the stones. It cannot outlast the siege. Now let's run over here. Is it down there? Can I knock this over? Bash. Yeah. Get to that chest, which is going to give me like 10 gold. And some fine cloth. Ooh. Flawless crystals. 26 gold. Okay, close enough. It kind of feels like I'm playing Diablo 3 a little bit, like at launch, where none of the loot really mattered. It's just such a low chance for you getting anything that actually really mattered to you.
If that building's what I think it is, then the alignment means we're here. This is it. This is where it was kept.
Where what was
Where
kept?
what was kept?
Oh my
The
goodness, Rook.
archive spirit, or as the ancient elves called it, the Nodus Derthalin. It means the inevitability of knowledge.
What does that mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, actually.
It's a boss
The
fight?
notes were never very clear on that, but I plan to find out.
More
Okay.
constructs ahead.
The
Well,
inner sanctum.
constructs.
We're
That's
getting closer.
a big red boy here. Frenzied Sentinel. He's got a special health bar, which means he's special. There's something else over here? Oh my goodness. You guys, seriously? Alright, fine. Blow them up. That felt nice, didn't it? Alright, can we weaken him? Yeah. And get in there with some melee. Oh, he blocked me. Pew. 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 It was fun. Let's not get hit by that, please. Kind of want to charge up some of my momentum. What was it called? Whatever my resource is. Let's not get hit, please. I think I got out of that. Oh, dodging. Oh my goodness, that was a close one. I like the double dodge that you can do. It reminds me of playing Hades. Weaken him. I can get in there. Don't get hit by that. I think I dodged that. Have I taken any damage? I must have. I think I had full life going into this. Oh, let's hit him with this. Blow him up. Nice.
Looks like this door is going to need a second power crystal.
Then let's go find one.
Veil's Edge, common short bow. Yeah, just straight up bonus on that one, or increase. I mean, so I want to kind of think about this for a second. In Inquisition, I did feel like we got too much loot of too many different types that just was not useful. And what I mean by that is we would get like loot that like a lot of garbage that you would just immediately go vendor, and only a small percentage you would actually use. In this, we're not really getting that. We're getting a bunch of stuff that we can use, but honestly, was it better to have a bunch of stuff that you can't use, or a bunch of or nothing that you can use, but when you do get it, it's useful? I don't know. That's a tough call. Like, based on feeling, I kind of like Inquisition's major amounts of loot that you're just vendoring
There
off.
has to be another one of those power crystals around here somewhere.
But at that point, you're also running into the issue of spending so much time in the game sorting through garbage. At least this garbage that we're getting is not just like loot garbage. It's like blight, boils can impede progress. Search the area, then expose and destroy their weak points. Clear the way.
Another ballista. I bet we could use it to break through that wall.
What? That wall? I guess. Ooh, hello there. What? That didn't kill him instantly? Yeah, you sort through a bunch of crappy loot before, right? And that's kind of sucked as an experience, because you almost never used it. But in this, they're just making that crappy loot other garbage that I don't have to sort through. So I don't know which is better. Power the door. That was interesting. I thought the power source was going to be what we just locked into there, but no, it's on that area that we just broke out. So put this back. Oh, I see it now. Yeah, I saw it through the little thingy majig. Totally didn't see that before when I picked it up. Loot. Mysterious coin. I don't know what these things are used for. That's a problem too, is maybe it feels like the loot isn't hyper useful to me now because I actually just don't know what it's for. If you're just giving me a bunch of resources and I'm not actually sure what they're for, I have no context for what's good and what's not.
All that's left is the Nodus Thalin. I have so many questions for it.
How do you ask it questions?
It's an archive spirit. You'll see.
Huh. Ooh, blacksmith tools. Proving steel. Common broadsword. Let's equip it. We've gotten a bunch of good loot, which I think no matter what, you're gonna get. At what point does it feel randomized, and what point does it feel placed in the game to make you feel better about yourself? I'm not honestly sure. That's a tough call. Looks like we're about done with this area though. Open. What's this?
Okay, here it is. The Nodus Thalin.
So we take it and we're good, right? We can head back.
Oh, I wish. No, it's a lot trickier than that.
Right. because darkspawn, demons, and animated suits of armor aren't tricky enough.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to touch it. This is an Indiana Jones situation. Of course it is. What's tricky about it? No, of course it is.
Nothing's ever easy, is it? So what makes this tricky?
If I remove the artifact the way I'd usually do it, it'll explode and take out half of Arlathan with it. Good news is, I think I can shunt the energy somewhere else. Okay, here we go. The way the magic is pulsing, I've never seen this before. It's almost like it's breathing.
Bad. Stop. Stop bad. Bad, very bad. Ah, crap. It's a Darkspawn Ogre. Oh, crap. Oh, he looks so cool, though.
Ogre! That's an ogre!
Alright, feels like a Dark Souls boss. Pumps up with the health bar, life, the nameplate and everything. Let's weaken him. Pop him a little bit. Enemies flash red when they're about to perform an unblockable attack. Yeah, that's what I thought. And now it's telling me, even though we've been doing that like for a while. Just keep getting low on arrows. That's kind of a cool little notification, right? This is fun. This is really fun. Shoot him in the head. I like that it like auto crits when you headshot. That's a cool little thing. Weekend. Kind of whiffed on that one. I should have been closer. I like the quick recovery too. That feels pretty good. Popping him in his head. Whoa, let's not get hit by that, please. We seem to have immunity frames when we're dodging. So as long as you dodge at the right time, you're just gonna pop it, you know. Also, that seems to give me immunity frames too. Let's heal, please. Thank you. I need more life. Probably in the skill tree, honestly. Ultimate ability. Where did I get an ultimate ability? Press 4 to use your ultimate ability. Build your ultimate meter by damaging enemies. Once full, press 4 to unleash a devastating ultimate ability. All right, what is it? Oh, that was cool.
Well, wasn't expecting to fight an ogre today.
Neither was I.
Then again, I also didn't expect to learn that my gods are rampaging around and trying to end the world. Just one of those days. Okay. Let's see. Okay. There we go. Ooh. No.
Ooh.
That's good. I think. Oh.
What does that crystal do?
Keeps the artifact powered. Focuses the ambient magical energy. That's why these things still work, thousands of years later. Oh, no you don't.
Why would you drop it?
Sulanan, Vir Sulevanan, Enasal Dirthara.
Well then.
I am the Nadas Derthalan.
Right, I have questions.
I am the Nadas Derthalan. What do you...
Oh, I see. So that's the archive spirit. Or where'd it go?
Where'd the spirit go? The Nadas Derthalan, I mean.
It went back into the crystal, but the crystal's broken.
Because you dropped
until
it.
I fix it. It's kind of my thing, fixing magical stuff. Strife and Irulan will want to know about this. And the Blight, and the Darkspawn.
Yeah, makes sense.
Let me know when you're ready to head to the Veilguard camp.
Think I'm ready? I don't know. Is there anything else here? Do I get to loot the ogre? I guess so. There's some loot over here. I also leveled up. Okay. Go into here. Right, so we can get that momentum. Yeah, it is the name, momentum. I could get the necrotic fog. We now have the concussive barrage, so remind your enemies that a rogue's pockets are often filled with danger and explosives. Fires a barrage of concussive bombs that deal increased stagger. The duration of any staggered condition from this ability is increased by 200%. It's pretty good. Kind of want to try to get to Toxic Dash. That sounds cool. Yeah, so I'm just going to select that. I'll head back. I may respec here shortly. Try some other stuff. See what I like more. Storm. Uncommon longbow. Cool. This is for Bellara. Why does she get a cool green item? I don't know if there's anything else here for me to look at. That's got a thing on it. We can't go that way. That's got a thing on it. We can't go that way. So it's just like, hey, get your loot. Thanks.
Ready to go?
Yeah, let's go.
Right. Let's get moving.
Come on. I'll show you the way to the Veilguard camp.
This is really cool. She's definitely a companion, no doubt about it. But I don't feel like there's, of the two companions that we've met, if you also include Varric and Harding, I don't, because we've already met them in previous games. I like them both so far. Nev and Bellara are both
11
awesome.
wounded, 16 on bed rest, and some of our most experienced fighters are still missing.
We're running out of veil jumpers. Whatever's going on out there, it's scary.
Jahel and Milva never reported back from Demeter's crossing.
There are 100 people living in that village, or near enough. You're back, and you're alive. Good.
Sounds like things have gotten a lot worse since we left.
DARKSPAWN. They're showing up all over Arlathan, attacking anyone in their path.
We've evacuated 3 daily settlements already.
We ran into DARKSPAWN too, near the Nadas Derthalan.
Wait, you found the Nadas Derthalan? The archive spirit? We could ask it about the gods. Figure out their next move.
Dalish our priority? Too bad it's broken. No, Dalish our priority.
Archive's broken. Won't tell us anything. But that doesn't matter. Any Dalish settlements we can save, we should.
So far, we've been lucky and arrived just in time. But given how fast these Darkspawn are moving, it's only a matter of time till our luck runs out.
Well, it hasn't run out yet. So let's stretch it until it breaks.
If we could predict where they'd strike next, we might get ahead of them. But so far, they've been unpredictable.
Which leaves us with what?
Demeda's Crossing.
What?
Irlin and Strife. When we came in, you said you'd lost contact with Demeda's Crossing. We could go check it out. The three of us, I mean.
4. I'm coming with you.
Nev, you were still shaky, and
I'm coming, Harding.
I don't know what you're going to find there, Rook. Likely nothing good. But you'd be saving people, and it might get you on the trail of the gods.
Demeda's Crossing's on the far side of the lake. There's a small boat at the docks. It'll take you there. Watch your back out there. And good luck.
Man, I'm enjoying this. This is like... I said that there were high stakes, and there are, but it doesn't feel like we're dealing with the high stakes at the moment. We're just kind of enjoying what it's doing. Quest complete. In Entropy's grasp, with the team's help, Bellara disabled the artifact and freed them from the Veil bubble. She also uncovered an ancient repository of elven knowledge, the Nodus Durthulan. I forgot how they pronounced it already. While Bellara intends to unlock its secrets, she has joined the team as they search for the escaped elven gods. This is cool. I like the quest complete thing, and a little summary. It's pretty good. Quest acquired.
We'll need a boat to get there.
You've been
Let's
acknowledged
head to the
as a
dock.
Veiljumper ally. Visit the merchant to buy new equipment and appearances. Oh, this is cool. I freaking love this game.